Bonjour, c'est magnifique. Mademoiselle, Monsieur, be our guest tonight for a very special live here at Lake Point of Visitors LBV TV television. That's right. We have an incredible show for you today. For those of you who are new to our channel, every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we bring the Disney magic into your home with Disney characters, Disney experts, and much more about the theme of that week. This week, can you tell what the theme is? That's right, Disney cooking from the best chef in Disney history, as well as some other special guests. Disney experts, like I mentioned earlier, some of our very famous friends from Disneygram and YouTube. And we're all going to talk about, too, food, the Disney style we love of food as well. And make sure to have your questions, because the main point of this show is not just to see the characters as we interview them, but you get to ask the characters your questions, as well as some of our expert guests about anything. Of course, we want to talk food today, but literally you can ask anything. Now, for those of you who may have missed last week's show, we had Crush from Turtle Talk at Epcot. Amazing. And of course, we have another famous guest from Epcot today, Gusteau, who is telling us about his new restaurant and the ride. Oh, so much more. But next week, we have Maleficent. That's right. Ooh, I love her so much. She's going to talk about Disneyland opening. That's right, in California. She's ready. I don't know what kind of damage she's going to do, but we'll find out. And then the week after that, are you guys ready for this? Chris, let's see some thumbs up buttons if you want to know who the big celebrity guest is. Now, I'm going to have you guys guess, because it is we've had Cinderella on the show, as you guys know. That was huge. We've had some amazing guests, Abraham Lincoln, you name it. Can you guess who is June 29th's big show? Let's see. Chris, do they have any good guesses? I want to see some of your guesses before I let the cat out of the bag. Or should I say, mouse? Okay. It's Mickey Mouse! Yeah! Sorry, Remy. We love you too. You're a great, of the rodent family as well. But yes, Mickey Mouse is joining us June 29th. Mind blown. I know, it's wild. So you don't want to miss our shows. We have characters every week. And June 29th is a big one. Mickey heard that we've been doing shows since the pandemic started, bringing these characters from Disney and our favorite fandoms to you. And he said, you know what? It wouldn't be a Disney show without me. Can I come on? I said, of course, Mickey. Oh my gosh. So I'm really excited. It's going to be really cool. So like I said, hit the like button, notifications, because you don't want to miss whenever we have a Disney character celebrity guest and some of our amazing friends who will talk all things about news, Disney fun, and more. It's really, really exciting the next couple of weeks. But even more exciting is the awesome show we have planned tonight. We have our wine ready. Remy, do you have your cooking utensils? Because we have quite the celebrity chef guest. Okay, I want to see in the chat room, are you guys ready for one of our favorite chefs in all of the world? And he's coming live to us from somewhere special. Chris, are there lots of thumbs up? I want to see lots of maybe even like red and blue hearts for the French flag. He's coming to us. I think it's from Epcot. I don't know. We're going to find out. All right, Chris, are they ready? What do you think? Okay, let's give some bon appetits for Gusteau.
Whoa, hello, Maria. How are you?
Bonjour, I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm very well. I'm very well indeed. How are you? Everything going well for you?
Oh, now it's fantastic. As you can tell, we are huge fans. And I see you got the shirt we sent you.
You were kind enough to send me one. Thank you so much. But I always want to keep it covered because, protection from all the...
I know. We don't want you to ruin your shirt.
Yes, of course.
Well, although we do this show every Monday night, we also have an apparel company, and you are our favorite chef, so we had to dedicate it to you. And you have a ride coming up in Epcot. Are you in Epcot right now? I heard that's the rumor.
let me tell you what happened. So Remy, the little chef, obviously, I'm his own personal Jiminy Cricket of sorts. We talk all the time, and he informed me that somewhere here in Florida, they were doing a ride based on our restaurant and him. And so I had to come down and see what it was. I moved down here to Florida. I moved into the restaurant, and then everyone went away, and they didn't leave me the key. So I've been stuck inside my own restaurant for the past 3 months.
What? Oh no!
Yeah.
I mean, it could be fun. Cooking with you sounds like a blast, but I
Oddly
understand.
enough, I've lost a lot of weight since I've been here, which is it's very hot. It's very hot.
It is. Florida has that effect on people. Well, it is such an honor to have you here, and everybody's so excited. Now you're you're in the Disney parks, which is
Correct.
awesome.
Yes.
How do you like the Paris section? I'm sure it's not obviously like your Paris, but are you having fun?
It's brilliant. It is much more smaller than the real Paris. Everything is very condensed and very close together. There are 2 amazing restaurants that I visited. The Saint Paul, I believe it's called, and Monsieur Paul, of course, yes, and the Chef de France, which is
very good
generalization of France, apparently. But yeah, it is quite lovely. The strangest thing I did see was this one man standing on chairs outside. I was very confused. That's not something we have in Paris all the time. But I was scared for him.
Whenever we say, everybody in the chat, you guys know what he's talking about, the guy that does the tricks. He gets on those chairs, and to this day, I don't know how he gets by.
The man with the whistle is very annoying, but that's just me. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way.
I hear you. I'm waiting for the day that poor man. I mean, thank God he's all right. But there's some fun stuff happening.
Waiting for the day he falls, Maria. That's very morbid.
No,
It sounds like what you're trying to say, but I think that's very strange.
No, we wish him the best.
It's quite good. Maybe he could have one of those Grand Marnier slushies before he does it, and maybe you're
good. Has anybody in the chat had those at the French Pavilion? It's next to the crates. Those slushies are delicious. So that actually brings me to my next question, Gusteau. Have you gotten to enjoy some of the Disney parks snacks? We have these things called churros. We have, Mickey bars. They're ice creams in the shape of little rat, little mouse.
Yes, it's very strange to me that a place that is run by a mouse is allowing a rat to come in to run a restaurant. But I digress. It's fine. So as far as all the snacks, I have seen them. I have seen the pictures of them because, again, no one's here, so no one's making anything. But, of course, I have tried the churro before. The Mickey bars are very popular from what I am told. We need to give them some sort of French flair, like perhaps a cheese pop.
Oh, I like that. Something with fromage.
Yes, fromage la blanc, blanco flamand. You know what? My French isn't as good as it used to be. I've been in Florida too long.
I love it. No, you're even tan. I love it.
Oh, well, it's Florida after all. Except for the rain every day around 4 or 5 o'clock. It's kind of crazy.
That's true. That's true. Now, so guess what, though? We are coming to see you July 15th because Epcot is reopening.
No.
I know. Yes, so we will see.
I'm very excited to see you.
You've got a lot of guests, but the ride isn't open yet. I know you've seen bits of the ride before any of us. Can you tell us just a little sneak peek about it?
Sure. What I can tell you very simply is that everyone is a big fan of Little Chef de Remy. He's such a great rat. You're all shrunk down to the size of him. And there's a moment in his story that Pixar told so wonderfully where he sort of runs through the kitchen and under things and over things. And basically, we recreate that moment so you get to experience for yourself. And so, yeah, you're the size of a rat. You run through the kitchen and all of the other chefs try to hurt you.
All the chefs try to hurt us. You hear that, Remy? That just means we need an extra bottle of something to get through it. It's all right.
That's a good plan to me. I have mine with me right here. This is a lovely Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh, cheers to you, Chef. Cheers to you. Now, we have a bunch of people who want to ask you questions. That's part of the questions. Yes, we have so many people who come from all over the world to ask you questions. We have one person earlier from my Instagram account. Let's see. What is her? Oh, Disney Diplomat had a great question.
Oh, very fancy title.
I know, Disney Diplomat. Very international.
Very legal. Yeah.
I know, yes. They wanted to know that in the movie, would you have given the critic, Ego, the ratatouille dish that Remy did, or would you have given something different?
That is a wonderful question. I think it's probably better that Remy was there and Linguini was there for to give him the ratatouille, because my focus at the time was the microwave burritos, and I don't think that would have gone over so well in that particular. Ego took a star away from me, which broke my heart. I'm not sure what happened there, but yes, which gave me. Which then other things happened, and I'm down to 3, and then overall that Gusteau's closed. So I'm very excited that the Disney company and the Epcot has brought the Gusteau's back to the parks. But I think Remy made the best decision with bringing the ratatouille to Ego.
Okay, good to know. I think I agree too. I can't wait to try actual ratatouille. Now, I know you're in the parks. Have you gotten to enjoy World Showcase and try some of the other countries? And if there was a cuisine international other than French that you loved, what would it be?
Oh, goodness. The World Showcase, again, you bring all the countries from all around the place into one location. It's easy to travel around the world. It makes it very nice. I personally, of course, France has my heart. It will always be the food of my heart. But I think if I had to pick a second one, Italy is very close second. The linguine. I mean, I named my son Linguini, so that worked out. And whatever, they have a love of wine, a love of cheese. So it's like being a home away from home. But if I had to go like way off into other realms, I love it in Japan, where they do a choppy in the cookie in front of you. I don't know if I'm talented enough to talk to people, entertain, and still cook things properly. So I'm entertained by the Japanese cooking.
Oh, well, you're very entertaining, Gusteau. Don't you worry. Now, I see one of our people from the chat, one of our LBV Club family, Nick's Picks, asked, what is your favorite recipe to make during seclusion?
Oh, the favorite recipe. I cannot get enough crepes. I think the crepe is truly one of the greatest things the French has ever created. You can have it with so many things. You can have it sweet. You can have it savory. It goes with so many things. So what is my favorite crepe? A chocolate crepe. A chocolate crepe is definitely my favorite, which is, again, why it's just outside in the booth across from in the France, because it's the best.
That's a great answer. Now, I see more questions too, Chris. You want to bring in more?
Lots of people have questions.
I know. Well, and also, I know, there we go. Joey's World. What's Epcot Chefs de France inspired by Gusteau's recipe? And we love Joey's World. And thank you, Brandy and Dave, our moderators, who help make this magic happen every Monday.
That is a wonderful question. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think anything was inspired by my cooking. I am my own personal flair to things. No one can copy Gusteau except perhaps Remy. And I understand, he told me he roamed around there for a while, so he brought all the information back. So we make sure that nothing in the Chef de France is duplicated from the.
Who in the chat remembers when Remy used to go around the French restaurant? I totally forgot about that. And he would show up. All of a sudden, you'd get your food. And you'd lift the plate, and oh my God, there he is. I totally forgot. I didn't know. I totally forgot. That was so cool. I know. I can't wait for that to come back. And
there are so many. That place is constantly changing. So many things go in and come out. You forget the little details sometimes of the things that are available.
That's true. Now, we have some friends here who want to talk to you live on camera. Now, for those of you new to our channel, we have people who write us here or at our Instagram account or at our shop, Lake Point of Visitors, if they want to talk live in person on camera with our friends like you, Gusteau. And so these wonderful people messaged us and asked if they could ask you a question live on camera. Now, of course, you can always ask a question in the chat. Make sure to just keep messaging your questions. Producer Chris, my husband, will make sure we get to them. But if you ever want to be on camera, message us, write us, and we will bring you live to the amazing, famous Disney celebrities like Gusteau.
Wonderful.
Do we have, my friend, A Magical Life for Me around?
Oh, A Magical Life for Me.
Yeah. I know, it's an awesome name.
It's very cool.
Hi.
Oh, why does her name say Tina?
I know, a magical life for me, right? Is that your?
I mean, the letters of a magical life for me. It's the acronym is very strange. Hello, Tina. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You have my shirt as well. Very popular.
I have Remy right here. He's
hello,
Years, guys.
Yes.
Oh, how cool.
He's in the hat.
Lovely. So you had the question.
I do. I want to know what is one of your spices or food that you just can't live without.
Oh, one of the spices or a food I cannot live without. Well, I think the greatest spice of all is salt, because without salt, nothing has anything of taste at all. It's just as bland as possible. So as much salt as possible, I think it's quite good. But let's see. I think my favorite food overall, you know what? I have to be very honest and tell you that the ice cream is my favorite food of all time.
That's a good one.
That's what happens when you stay too long at Epcot.
Yeah.
Even salty ice cream is quite good.
Now, oh yes, that French. Tina? Have you ever had the ice cream in the French Pavilion?
Yes.
Oh my!
I love the sandwich. Those
That's
are really good.
incredible.
Oh, yes,
For those of
yes.
you in the chat, I highly recommend a bucket list item is get this sandwich. And what is it? A macaroon?
It is macaroon. They have like seasonal
Yes.
ones and then like permanent ones, but they're so good.
Amazing. Oh my God. Yeah. Now, I bet you're a good chef, Tina. Do you like to cook anything French?
Actually I don't, but I have made crepes before, so I think that's
Very good. Were they nice and thin? Were they super thin?
well.
Were they wafer thin?
They're a little bit thick like tortillas, but then eventually I got a little better. It just takes practice.
Practice makes perfect, Tina.
Yes.
That's all
Little pancakes. Little pancakes is what I call them.
a thin pancake.
Yeah, now you've been on the Disney Dream, right? Where
have,
you have the restaurant. Can you tell us a little bit about the
Oh, yeah.
cruise ship in the restaurant?
It's amazing.
Yes.
It's after Remy. So they have like a little glass Remy up there. Everything is like there's hidden Remy's everywhere. And then the food, you can choose like a French menu or an American menu, and both
Right.
are amazing. And the thing I've learned about French food is the sauce. That's the best part.
It's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
yes.
you do the wine pairing, and then it's awesome because you have to drive. You just walk back to your room.
I love it.
It's the best part. You know, I think I'm going to sue Remy because he's been riding my coattails for quite some time. I show him the ropes, and then he gets his own restaurant on 2 cruise ships, if not just the one. So I need to contact him.
I like that. Tina, thank you so much for coming on. Make sure to check out our Instagram as well. We love you guys coming and asking questions. And we have another awesome friend who's a chef too that's going to ask a question. Now, this lovely, lovely chef, future star chef in the making, is also an incredible actor. Voted many years in a row as one of Orlando's favorite actors as well. But he's trying to get into your business, Gusteau.
Everyone's trying. It's fine.
But you did say, Gusteau, anyone can cook.
It's
So
true. That
you
was the
opened
goal.
the doors. So this guy, as you know him as Equity Ben, he has a segment every day he does, any schmuck can cook. His own variation on it.
All right, then.
And it is very funny. Every day I tune in, and today we sponsored his cooking segment.
It was very exciting.
Yes, it's hysterical. If you ever need a great recipe with a good laugh, the best way to do it is with this guy. And so let's bring Equity Ben out.
If I ever get this social media, I'll check it out. Oh my goodness!
Bonjour!
It's the Equity Ben. Heard so much about you, sir.
Oh, bonsoir, mes amis. Ça va?
Good job. Well done.
I also kiss in French, Gusteau, but that's a different
You
story.
kiss in French. That's the adult show. That's not this show.
I do host a show, Gusteau, and it is called Any Schmuck Can Cook.
Okay, so help me out. Why any schmuck? Because I brought in everyone can cook. Anyone can cook. Why are you narrowing it down to schmucks?
I don't want the Walt Disney Company to sue me. Long story short, Gusteau,
That is a good reason.
my nanny, because of the pandemic, can't be in this household. And so I am now in charge of childcare, and I had to learn how to cook. So day one with the pandemic, I just started following recipes, and I have no background in cooking whatsoever.
That's amazing. So you are proof that literally anyone can cook, even schmucks like you.
And I make quite quite a bit of mistakes here and there, over and over. So my question for you, Gusteau, it is true that any schmuck can cook, anyone can cook. My question for you is, how do you deal with unsolicited advice?
How do I deal with unsolicited advice from people who don't know how to cook, who have never tried to cook, or think that they are the world's greatest cook? How do I deal with those comments?
Yes, all of it, the whole spectrum, the people who can't cook, the people who can cook, and everyone in between. How do you deal with negativity and unsolicited advice?
My husband wants to know that answer too, because he's the chef in the family and he might get involved. Go ahead.
I put the earbuds in and listen to no one.
Okay,
to tune it all out. Look, there are people who are positive. There are people who are negative. If you only focus on the positive, those negative people are just jealous. They are concerned that they cannot cook and cook like you can. So they want to be better than you. But then no one is better than you, sir.
Oh, you're melting my heart like butter on a French lobster tail. Chef Gusteau, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I hope to see you in the restaurant soon, sir. Oh, and by the way, I've heard rumor that you consistently have horrible service at a cafe, Charlotte Cafe Charlotte, I believe it's called.
It's true.
Yes, you should. If she ever gets too ornery and you decide to fire her, send her to Gusteau's. We'll happily accept her.
I think the problem with her restaurant, Chef Gusteau, is that all her food is frozen.
Oh, I get it. I'm catching on here. I love it.
Well, then we should just, you know what? In all fairness, just let it go.
I love it. Now, wait, before you go, Ben, I have to ask a question. Now, we're talking about famous chefs or wannabe chefs. Who are your favorite famous chefs? Now, so I don't know if you've been paying attention. There's like Gordon Ramsay. There's Rachel Ray. There's a lot of people who want to be chefs. Do you guys have a favorite famous chef? Other than yourself, Gusteau. Other than Gusteau. I mean, my answer is Gusteau, of course, sir. Of course. But other than you.
Are you asking me or are you asking Ben?
Well, ask Ben first, and then Gusteau. If you've been watching any cooking shows lately, I would love to know.
Have you seen Julie and Julia, the film?
Oh, that was good. Yes.
I think those recipes, traditional, classic Julia Child recipes, are just stunning. Plus, who doesn't want to cook those recipes and talk like her the whole time?
I love it. I love it. And, you know, the movie's fantastic with Meryl Streep, who's obviously amazing. And that was a good impression, by the way. But you can watch old
That was quite good.
Cooking. It's amazing. If you, like I said, if you get bored during quarantine, I would say watch Equity Ben first, and then some Julia Childs. But how about
I have to say, I wasn't sure if that was Julia Child or Ed Wynn, but both were fantastic. Very good job.
You must put mustard in the recipe.
And go laugh on the ceiling. That's what I tell you to do. Yes. So to answer your question, so I again have come to Florida. I've been keeping a track of all the American chefs and the British chefs. I actually have a small collection of cookbooks just behind me here. They include something called the Whole 30. I don't know what that is, but apparently it's quite good. There is something called Keto Guide. I don't know who Keto is, but he doesn't like carbs, so I do not like him. There is my favorite, Giada De Laurentiis. That we can stop talking immediately because Giada is my favorite. And then,
you know, Gusteau, I ate in Las Vegas.
You did? I'm very jealous.
Was it good?
Please take me.
It was delicious. She didn't come out and visit our table, though.
Oh, boo. Well, I went to.
At least Remy comes out and visit.
So, I don't know, Gusteau, if you know what this is, but I know Ben knows. It's called the, oh my God, Chris, what's the show with the chefs? The
Chopped?
No, not Top Chef. Kat Cora was one. Morimoto was one.
Top Chef.
Oh, the Iron Chef.
Iron Chef. Oh, see, Gusteau knew the answer. The guy that's living in Epcot knows what I'm talking about.
I know my cooking partners. They're all over Disney Springs.
That's right. So I've eaten at Kat Cora's restaurant when it was open. It was a Greek one. it's called Cuisina or something at the boardwalk, and she came out and she was awesome. She's beautiful. I love her. I wish she was still there. And then Morimoto has a restaurant, right, Chris? Or is that? Yeah, Morimoto's Iron Chefs. There's a lot of Iron Chefs who have restaurants in the Disney world. Gusteau, Ben, do you feel threatened?
I have to say, Maria, we went and ate at Cuisina at the boardwalk before it was changed to the Trattoria del Forvino, whatever that, this is French. I don't speak Italian.
It's a good attempt, though. Well done.
Thank you. And it was a special event. So there were 25 of us there, and my mother was at the head of the table, and she ordered a piece of fish, and she accidentally swallowed water down the wrong pipe and spit up the piece of fish that was in her mouth. And she was so embarrassed that she convinced the waiter that the fish was bad, and they comped the entire meal.
That's very Greek. We're like that. We like to take care of everybody. We're like, no, if it was not perfect, this is my Greek accent. If it was not
We are
perfect.
definitely going to dinner together sometime, Ben.
Yes.
You go with my mother, and I'll eat some frozen food.
I love it. I love it. Well, I like your mom. She's coming with me anytime I go out to eat.
She's a good time if you're not related to her. Yes.
You know
Like
what? Our mother, and that's true. I guess that's everybody's mom. Sorry, moms. We love you. Well, you guys, Ben, thank you so much for coming. We love you. Thanks for having fun. Again, check out Any Schmuck Can Cook. And again, you can also sponsor it and be a part of the segment. So make sure to hit him up. He's a blast. We love having you on the show. Thank you for being part of the LBV club and family.
Love you guys. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Ben's a blast. So thank you so much. Now I know there's just so many people who want to be chefs. And one of the questions some of our people from Instagram wanted to know was, is there any advice you would give to future chefs or people that are at home that want to hone in their cooking skills?
Sure, I think I touched up on it briefly before. I think the best advice is, like I said, don't listen to anyone else. Like, keep people who are negative at bay, focus on the positive. Really, practice. I think that goes for anything in life. It's the rule of the 10,000 hours, the 10,000 hours of doing something makes you an expert, or at least slightly coherent and smart about something. So the more you do it, the better you will become. Again, many chefs out there to follow and to emulate. So find the one that really that you are simpatico with, that you all the gears line up and you're able to produce as you want to for you. If you're not opening a restaurant, however you cook things is however you cook things. I used to burn a lot of things. I'm not quite sure how I have my own restaurant, but
You've done well. Now,
after a lot of time, someone just says it's good enough.
Now, Chris, do we have any questions from the chat? Oh, yes. What is the first dish you ever cooked? From Mrs. Angie Marie.
That is a wonderful question. I know I feel like I keep repeating myself, and I apologize if I am. But the thing that I love to cook the most, my favorite thing, was to cook the crepes. My father was the cook in the house. He would always make the meals. He'd bring me into the kitchen, and he told me, he said, Gusteau, Auguste, you have to make the crepe perfect. If you can make a perfect crepe, you can make anything, because it is so pristine and precise to make that making the crepe is truly my favorite thing to cook. And the first thing I cooked, actually, yes.
I like that. And Gusteau, will you come on the show sometime and show us and do a cooking segment?
I will let Remy know, and he can cook a crepe for you.
I have Rose saying, do you like French fries, French dip, and French toast? Anything with the word French in it.
It's funny how most things with the word French in it aren't really French at all, but we'll let it go this time. If I had to choose of the three, I think I like French toast the best. It's quite
that's
delicious.
delicious. I love French
Outside
toast.
of crepes, I think bread and cheese that together is the perfect meal.
French bread. Isn't
Yes.
French bread very good. Now, how about Rob? I see. What is your favorite late night snack other than ice cream?
Besides the ice cream, let's see, late night snack. I do love a great charcuterie board. Is that how you say? I don't even know.
Yes,
The
we got
cheese
that.
and the pickles and all the little things. I think cheese is my 3 o'clock in the morning, and I have insomnia during pandemic. You know, that's what I go to. I go to the refrigerator. I open the doors, and there's just all the cheese.
I love it. Now, I do have to ask, because we had Cinderella on the show who's stuck in the Magic Kingdom. You're stuck in Epcot. Have you gotten to ride the rides in Epcot? Because Cinderella's been riding them at night when nobody's there and like hanging out and having fun. Have you gotten to ride any rides? And what is your favorite ride?
There's no one here to operate them. How is she running the rides? Is she just walking on through them?
No, there's magic. There's magic.
All right, there's magic at the kingdom. Epcot is just science and learning. But yes. But I did have the opportunity to experience some of the attractions, as you say. I really like the seas. The seas is very good with all the fish and the whales, and that talking turtle, man. He's crazy. He's a good time.
Amazing. Well, that talking turtle came on our show last week, Crush.
No. I missed him.
Yeah, he was amazing. Now, our mutual friend Doug, that brought you to us today, brought us Crush. Yes. Doug is amazing. Thank you so much, Doug. We're going to put a link to Doug here in the chat, his production company. Okay. That helps bring some of the amazing characters to life for us. So make sure to check out YouTube channel. Doug's great. Thank you, Doug. But yes,
he is a good dude, helping small businesses reach more networks. That's very good of him.
He's you guys in the chat, do you have a favorite Epcot ride? Does anybody else like Epcot rides? I love it.
Maria, can I tell you which one I did not like?
Yes, tell us. Yeah.
My least favorite was the spinny thing that doesn't feel like you're spinning in the space. My stomach went into my throat, and it was horrible.
Oh, I've gotten
sick. The enclosed space of the mission of the space is not the fun.
No, I'm good. As much as I know we all want to get off Earth right now, I'm good. That ride, oh my God, that's a great way for me to know that if the day comes where I get to go to the moon, I'm staying right here. I just, no.
How did they determine that green was extreme and orange was kosher, or not, or vice versa?
They're all extreme. I see people like soaring. I see Figment. Figment's awesome. I love Figment.
Figment of the imagination. Very nice. Very good.
Yes. I see a bunch of people like her. I know. Well, Gusteau, you've been just absolutely fabulous. I saw a great question, though, Chris, from, I think it's a Florida Life family. They wanted to know if you could fuse any sort of French cuisine with another international cuisine. What would you do? Would you do that French Japanese? Would you?
I think that's a I think I somehow or answered the question before I knew it was a question. I am that smart, prepared. But yes, I think the perhaps French cuisine not curated, but created in a Japanese style, that in cooking in front of you, making a show of the whole thing. I think the fusion of French sushi.
Well, I like that.
I'm not sure if that would work very well.
Well, I'm willing to try. No, that sounds brilliant. I am all about that. Oh, Gusteau, you are absolutely fabulous.
Oh, stop. Go on.
Now, anybody who hasn't, I see somebody, Jedi Princess wants to know if you've met Belle in the French pavilion. I'd like to know that, actually. Have you met Belle? I've never met her. I've tried so hard to meet her for like so many years, and the line is so long. I'll never meet her.
Don't worry, Marie. There is plenty of time to meet your friends, because truly we're all friends of you. We all know you very well, and we will spread the good word of the Lake Buena visitors and Maria to make sure you get to meet these people. I did have the opportunity to meet Belle. She is very sweet. She is very knowledgeable. She reads a lot. It's very commendable on her. I understand that she has her own restaurant. Her and her grizzly counterpart have their own restaurant in the Magic Place, where they invite you to be our guest, which I feel a song coming on, but I don't sing, so that would be we're not going to go there. But they invite people into a castle. I wish I had a castle to invite people to, but until I do, you can come to Gusteau's.
Well, you do have the Eiffel Tower, and you have an amazing ride coming, your restaurant, and more. Yes. We can't wait to see you July 15th, right, guys? How exciting. who is excited? We're
Fruit.
gonna definitely see you at Epcot soon. Now I know that you have a lot of cooking to do. You're always honing your craft. But
Always.
if you guys didn't get to ask him a question tonight, you can leave a comment here, and Gusteau will respond to you. So
I will have Doug make sure that we pay attention to the chat and keep track of what's happening.
Exactly. So you're amazing, Gusteau. I want to see lots of hearts for Gusteau's if you guys had fun. And thank you so much. Yes, lots of love for Gusteau, and a big thank you to Doug, who helped bring you here today.
His pleasure as well.
I know Doug has the hookup at Epcot. That's what I'm realizing.
I know some people. If you need a chair stander, I can probably call him too.
I love it. Thank you so much, Gusteau.
Thank you so much, Maria. It's been a pleasure to be on. And to all of you, keep cooking, keep being better at what you do. Practice, and we'll see you very soon.
Yes, thank you, Gusteau. Now, everybody stay tuned because, like I said, every episode we have characters that come, but also then we do a round table with guests that are Disney experts on that week's theme. And today's theme, like I said, is obviously food and fancy food and fun food and magical food. So I have an amazing friend who did this huge initiative on Instagram called Magic Foodie Tour. That's right, hashtag Magic Foodie Tour. And it was amazing. It is basically like bringing, like, again, the magic into your home like we do, but this time bringing the magical food into your home. And she did an incredible job. Before we bring her into the room, let's see lots of hearts for my friend. It's darling Nikki. Lots of hearts, guys. Lots of thumbs up. Oh, I see you guys. All right. Chris, should we bring her in? Oh, we got her. There we go.
Hi.
Oh, you got a shirt too. Looking good.
Yeah. I had to wrap my Lake Point of Visitors and Gusteau tonight.
Oh, thank you. You look fabulous. Now, for those of you that don't know Nikki, she is a chef as well. She does Nikki Cooks. You can find her on Instagram, as well as she did this really cool initiative that blew up all over Instagram called Magic Foodie Tour. Chris, can we show some of the pictures from her incredible? Yeah, this is not her pictures. These are everybody that posted pictures of their Magic Foodie Tour. So before we get to the pictures, let me show that screen of the different themes from the week. So Nikki, tell us a little bit about what was the inspiration behind these for every day.
Yeah, so myself and my two friends, Bippity Boppity Broke and Eatsy Magic, the three of us are huge foodies and we're all friends. So we kind of had this idea, let's come together, let's do something that's revolving food. Everybody loves food. Everybody right now needs a little bit of magic at home since we're all locked up with nowhere to go. And so we just decided, you know what, let's do this. Let's make it fun. People can recreate their favorite park recipes. People can repost old favorites that they have photos of. And it just blew up. It was absolutely incredible. People were dressing up their children. People were creating their own Disney-inspired things. I had no idea. None of us, the three of us, had any idea that it was going to be this big, but we couldn't be happier at all the magic and happiness.
Well, that's exactly what our goal was in a different way, was bringing characters and people like you to bring the magic. But this way you brought people, a way to experience the food that we love so much in a way when we can't get to it yet. And I mean, that in itself, again, bringing people together. Now, you cook, like I mentioned, Nikki Cooks is her hashtag. What is one of your favorite things you've cooked? I have a little picture of all the different things. You've done churros. You've done also like a crazy corn thing. Am I correct?
Yeah, so that is the Disneyland hot Cheeto elote. I've actually never been to Disneyland, but when I saw it, I knew I had to have it. I knew I needed to try to recreate that one. And it has hands down been my favorite of, I think I have 9 or 10 episodes so far. But it is basically Mexican street corn on the cob with hot cheese. It is buttery and creamy and salty and garlicky and just so delicious.
That's amazing. Now, I have to say, I definitely want to try that. And you made it. She's made I saw the churros. I saw even Mickey pizza bagels. What was the hardest thing you made in your Nikki Cooks?
So there's something I haven't posted.
Okay.
And I'm not going to post it because sometimes things go wrong. And I attempted to recreate Tony's calzones. It was a Lady in the Tramp inspired dish. And you know what? I just got a little bit distracted in the kitchen. I was doing a pre-bake on the dough because I don't like chewy dough. And then I ended up just baking a pizza. So
that sounds like me. That sounds
I'm
like
going to probably do that one again because it was a really cute concept. And there were these cute little mini bite-sized calzones. So
now everybody in the chat, let me know what your favorite Disney snack is. I'm going to bring up the picture again of all of those amazing posts of people that did the food tour. I would love to know what was one of your favorites that you saw somebody post. Some of the, you know, like I said, there's so many. We couldn't put all 2,000.
I definitely have some favorites. One of the biggest favorites that stood out to me was somebody made this Disney-inspired cake. And I am also a baker, and I love to bake cakes for my friends' birthdays and celebrations. And so she made this beautiful cake with Cinderella's castle sitting right on top. And then another one of my favorites was my friend Dominique Brown. She dressed up like in this Mickey waffle dress, and she had this super adorable background with all these Mickey waffles, and she was holding a little plate of Mickey waffles. And it was just so cool to see people take their own perspective on what they wanted to do with the challenge. So instead of just making Mickey waffles, people were dressing as Mickey waffles. One woman dressed up her whole family as donuts, and I just loved it so much.
That's so cute. I think that was that PB Jelly and Jen. I think it's her.
Yes, PB Jelly and Jen with the donuts. That one.
Cute.
It was so cute.
Now I see favorite snacks and chocolate croissants, Mickey ice creams, Mickey waffles. Dole Whip. Oh yeah.
Dole Whip.
Oh yeah. I've never had is it trifle? Am I pronouncing it right? Chris, have you ever had trifle, Nikki? I see that from Barbara.
I haven't had it at the UK Pavilion, but my family is actually from England, so I have had many a trifle in my life.
Now, you've traveled a lot abroad, so the cool thing also is you've eaten in amazing places all over the world. Do you have a favorite, since today's an international day, do you have a favorite international food from Epcot or a favorite food from the festival? They can be different because, I mean, there's just so much when it comes to international food.
So my favorite festival food is the from the Trowel and Trellis booth. It's that meatball, the meatless meatball. I just feel like it's really well seasoned and it has a really nice sauce and everything. So that is definitely one of my favorites. And then I would also say that the poutine, the constantly rotating poutine.
Love poutine. Oh my God,
right?
So good.
It's so good. I also think it's a really underrated Disney treat that people just don't think about the Epcot poutine. Different flavor options that it changes based on the season.
Well, I see also everybody, and I see everybody in the chat. Tonga Toast. Oh, Jet Set and Mickey. She's one of our LBB club members that you saw earlier. A lot of our LBB club, as I call them, are people that have bought our shirts. But at the end of the day, like I say, it's a community here. It's not just an apparel company or a YouTube channel. It's about having an awesome time together as a group. So thank you guys. I see a bunch of you in the chat. Yeah, I see people are getting hungry. I do see that. I see a theme here, though, Dole Whip. Everybody just keeps saying Dole Whip, Dole Whip, Dole Whip, Dole Whip. What is poutine, Rhonda asks. Okay, for those of you who've never had poutine, I lived in Canada, which is why I know what poutine is. But it's usually French fries with something like a gravy, cheese, and at Disney, they go all out and do a whole bunch of different kinds. What is your favorite kind of poutine, Nikki?
So I have two. A one with lobster and a spicy red cheddar sauce.
Is that at Disney?
Yes, I got it at Epcot. It was one of the seasonal rotating ones. Totally underrated. People never think to go there.
That's amazing.
And then the other one I had was roasted duck breast with, I think it was blue cheese crumble. Actually, Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was blue cheese crumbles with it, with then a Gruyere cheese sauce.
This is Epcot?
Yes, at the refreshment port. I
I'm
know.
looking at Chris right now. I'm like, how have we not eaten this? This is amazing. What?
Amazing. And it's always changing. Each festival, each new season.
Chris is in the background saying he wants the lobster poutine. That sounds incredible. I see Walt's office says poutine is the salad of Canada. It's a good choice of salad. Like, I think, is it Homer Simpson that says you don't make friends with salad? Yeah, I agree. You make friends with poutine.
Poutine.
I love it. I know Tina says we need to go to Epcot with Nikki. I agree. There is a poutine shop at Disney Springs. I obviously need to go there. I really missed the boat on this, guys. Wow. Okay.
I actually haven't been to the Disney Springs one. I've only been to the one in Epcot. So maybe I need to check it out.
Well, everybody in the chat, we're gonna go. We'll go live and we'll try stuff out, see how it goes. But speaking of magical food and things of that sort, it's not just Disney. You even did during your Disney initiative, your hashtag Magic Foodie Tour. You also did things like Wizarding World, like Harry Potter. So, okay, anybody in the chat room fans of Harry Potter? I love Harry Potter. Who loves Harry Potter?
Me too.
I'm a Hufflepuff. What are you, Nikki?
I'm a Gryffindor.
That's a great house. All right, everybody in the chat, if you're a Harry Potter fan, what house are you? I would love to know. Oh, Tina says she's a Ravenclaw. Okay, I know. Amazing, right? Oh, hi, Kim. How's it going? I know everybody in the chat's still saying they're hungry. I know. Ravenclaw. Oh, a Slytherin. I like that, Cece. Now, yes, I'm a huge nerd, and Hufflepuffs are supposed to be the house that loves food the most. But obviously, I have ways to go. Oh, yeah, Anna. Anna's one of our moderators helping out tonight with Brandy and Dave as well. Thank you guys to our moderators. They're amazing. Hufflepuff too. See? Yeah.
Lots of puffs.
Well, Nikki, I want to know the answer. What is the best way to have butterbeer? I personally like it frozen. What are your thoughts? And everybody in the chat, feel free to say how you like your butterbeer.
So, super unpopular opinion. If I'm going to have butterbeer, it's going to be frozen. But I actually don't really like butterbeer.
Ooh, no.
There's not.
Okay, we can work with you. That's okay. I'm probably one of the few people that's not had butterbeer until about, I think it was 2 weeks ago with Jenna. I see Dale in the chat from Resort TV One and Jenna from Resort TV One. She took me to Universal. I never had butterbeer before, and now I go every week with her like 3 times a week to just get butterbeer because
so fun.
Addiction. It's so good.
I think it's too sweet, but I just like the pumpkin juice.
Okay, no, I understand. I get it. Now, I've never had the pumpkin juice. You like the pumpkin juice?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Someone wrote, Jenna just fainted. No. Jenna, I don't know.
I'll drink it if someone buys me one, but I'm probably not going to seek it out because I just think it's a little too sweet.
Oh, I personally think it's great, but the non-frozen one did make Chris sick. Jenna came to the rescue with one of her magical stomach pills, and then Chris was okay. So Chris, you like frozen, right? Yeah, he's like, do not get the non-frozen. I don't know about the hot one. I've never had the hot one. It's way too hot to have a hot one. But yeah, I love butterbeer, but that's okay. We're learning about new foods. Again, I just tried it for the first time. Thank you, Jenna at Resort TV One. I appreciate it because it's delicious. Now, what is your favorite drink? Speaking of drinks at Disney, because there's so many cool drink choices. Everybody in the chat, I would love to know what your favorite drink is from Disney. It could be non-alcoholic. It could be alcoholic. Anything you guys like. But Nikki, you started off. What is your favorite drink, non-alcoholic, alcoholic?
So I am a huge cocktail girl. So my favorite cocktail is actually a secret menu item.
Ooh, secret menu item.
Yeah.
No,
it's at the Rose and Crown Pub,
okay.
UK Pavilion, and it's called English Rose.
Ooh, what's in it?
a couple different kinds of liquor. There's like gin and whiskey and like a few other things that'll put you on your butt. And it is mixed with orange juice and cranberry with a little lime in there.
That sounds amazing. Okay, Jenna and I have been on this kick of finding secret things out to theme parks. So next week, Jenna and I are going to try to find out the secret spells to Wizarding World. Now I think a new thing should be the secret menu items of Disney. How did I not know this? Okay, wait, Nikki, you're obviously a pro at this. What are some other secret menu items that could be food, it could be anything that we just had no idea existed?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can think of any right now.
I know there's, okay, so somebody told me, and I didn't know if it was real, that there's secret menu items at Animal Kingdom at the kiosks that you can ask and say you want to know about the secret desserts at the kiosks. And they'll have like crazy items that are themed after Animal Kingdom characters and things like that nobody knows about that are in the back.
Cool.
And then
that's really cool.
I think what else? I've heard there's secret items for the holidays, of course. But now, okay, Nikki, would you help me to find and discover all the secret items of Disney?
I think they should. I think that would be a really fun follow along type of adventure.
Ooh, I like that. Adventure Positive says All-Star Movies had a secret menu. I know we can't get in there now. And I saw Ram 88 said the miniature turkey leg. I think that's called a toothpick. But I love it. Chris, what are some of the people saying in the chat? I would love to know. Yeah, we found some pretty interesting things now with food and Disney, and they're opening up soon. June 22nd, Disney is reopening a bunch of their resorts and food at the resorts. Now, you being a foodie, Nikki, what do you think is the best hotel restaurant?
Okay. If I had to pick one, but I have a really quick number two also. Okay. If I had to pick one, I am going to pick the Storybook Dining at Artist Point at the Lodge.
Amazing. Right? I love it. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Artist Point with Snow White has, the Seven Dwarfs, has, of course, the Evil Queen, but it actually has the same menu from when it was a 5-star restaurant as Artist Point. And so it's probably one of the few character dinings, first off, that my husband will go to. Secondly, amazing food. So you get 5-star dining. It's a hidden gem that people don't realize. 5-star dining with characters and in a grandiose setting. It's the trees and they light up and they do a whole show and it's magical. So not only is the food good, the characters are magical. You know what? It's like the perfect mashup of Nikki and me and the characters we do here, LBVTV, and food. So I like your answer. That would be my answer too. To the point they know me there, and Snow White, you're back. It's weird. It's weird. She's like, you're back, and she's very sweet.
So sweet. It's so good. Like you said, it's a 5-star dining experience, and I love. Not only is the quality of the food just absolutely top notch, the seasoning, the flavor, everything, but it's also the presentation, the way that the food comes out in multiple courses. You start with your appetizer course and every single person at the table gets multiple mini appetizers and main, and then the dessert is served in the same format as the appetizer style. And I just think that is such a cool Disney touch. It's special.
I just saw a comment that says July 11th when Chris and Dale's budget goes from 50 to 50,000. Rip your bank accounts. That's Dale is Jenna's better half that we love, and that's Chris's best buddy too. So yeah, no, that's why we get the Disney Visa card, and then we get Disney bucks to go towards Disney stuff. That's like our actually kind of hidden trick. Cool. How to get really kind of bang for your buck when you're at Disney is use this Disney Visa card, and it really racks up points to go towards my Wishables addiction, now my poutine addiction I guess I'm about to have. And you get the characters, that's right. So they go on the card. So anyways, but Tables in Wonderland, Doug mentions, that is a great hidden gem for saving money as well. We save 20% every time we go. And the money luckily goes towards tips, which is nice. So you know that the great staff is being paid well. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, sorry. So what we were talking about too, the food. I have to say that I love, when it comes to drinks, I am obsessed with, there's a, oh no, what's it called? It's the lemon slushy in France. I forget what, it's like citron.
Yeah, the citron, yeah.
I know that's really basic.
It's not basic. Everybody loves it. It's a crowd pleaser. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's like lemonade on a fresh day, but it's very French and it tastes very, very fancy. It comes in a fancy cup. Yes, it's I that's my go-to. What do you guys like drinks wise? Yes, and Doug says there's a discount on alcohol too. That's right. So when these restaurants at the hotels all open soon, the bars are going to open, and it'll be interesting to see how they socially distant at the bar. Now, I have yet to be brave enough, Nikki, to go into Disney Springs to have food or a meal. I've been into Disney Springs, just haven't eaten. But you have, right?
Yes.
How was it? How was the experience? What did it feel like for those who might be coming to visit, or for those who are thinking about visiting in the future while, we're still battling a pandemic?
I went to Wine Bar George, and I thought they did an incredible job. The tables are separated 6 feet apart, which instantly made me feel so much more at ease. And it wasn't very crowded at all. They're definitely capping capacity of the people that are coming in, and all the wait staff are wearing masks. So you don't have to, be concerned that they're breathing on your food or anything like that. And then I sat outside. So there is still that upper deck outdoor area option.
I see Adventure Positive says that they're doing great with Wolfgang Puck and Wine Bar George. And then I do have to bring up Rob's comment, because this is definitely down my husband's alley. Yes, Jenna, we do need to go eventually. Rob, you are a man after my husband's heart. He has been wanting a Guinness for 5 months now, 4 months. I don't even know how long it's been. We're all in here. But the cool thing is that Raglan Road, you can get a Guinness pint, like a beer, for those of you who don't know what a Guinness is. And they will create a picture of whatever you want, kind of like how Joffrey's Coffee does for your phone. So the foam on the beer, it could be Mickey, it could be Minnie, it could be your face. Jenna and I did this at Joffrey's with coffee, and she has a vlog about it at Resort TV One you can check out. But Chris, we could go and do a Guinness version of it. Nikki, would you be up for it? I
would.
I can't drink. So I do like Disney art. I do. Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah, definitely. I see DJ Rex. I do love Oga's Cantina. Yes. Andrew G. No, I love that. That's one of my favorite places to have a drink, and non-alcoholic drinks too. They're fun, and it'll be interesting to see when Hollywood Studios opens, how they do that, because that's the size of this. So
it's very tight.
Yeah. So I mean, it's Chris is in the background going, the fuzzy tauntaun. For those of you who have never had the fuzzy tauntaun, it has a foam. Speaking of foam, but a bad foam. It's a foam that numbs your mouth, like you're going to the dentist to get.
I like it.
Do you really? Oh my! Then you and my husband should go have a drink. He asked for extra foam. I don't know. It was crazy.
I like strange and elevated dining experiences.
That's for sure. Now, I mean, people in the chat, I see Dale saying Guinness. Yeah, go Dale and Guinness. I see Jared Reynolds says Irish stew all the way. I see a lot of Irish fans. Even some fuzzy tauntaun. I see Theme Park Millennial, our friend, another LBV club member, loves the fuzzy tauntaun. Yes. Chris in Jenna's vlog at Resort TV One, just let it go all over to see if it would numb his lips, and it did. Yes. Wow. Tailor-made. I fell for the fuzzy tauntaun. It was an experience. I know. I never again here. You guys, I can't do it.
You'll never forget it. Disney did their job.
Yes. Yeah. It's amazing. Now, we were talking about character dining. We've talked about hotel dining. Now, what is your favorite dining in the parks? It could be any of the parks. And everybody in the chat, let us know. Out of all the parks, do you have a favorite restaurant? It could be Animal Kingdom. It could be Magic Kingdom. It could be anywhere. Do you guys have a favorite?
Ooh, that is a really good question because there's just so many good ones.
Yeah, I would say I love. Oh wow, that's hard, but I would say I love Tiffin's. It's fancy, but it's really good. Yeah, I've never done Cinderella. Oh, Chris wants to chime in. Sure, Chris. Ooh, Tecumate. That's right. Have you ever eaten at Tecumate?
No, I haven't, but that is on my list now that I'm a local.
It's amazing. A brown derby, I see. Jared Reynolds is amazing. The Cobb salad is literally like the one from the 1950s when the brown derby existed in Los Angeles. Ooh, La Cellier, Barbara, yes. Wow. Barbara, I bet you're Canadian. Am I right? I'm guessing that because she had the good comment about the poutine earlier. No, I see La Cellier from Jet Set and Mickey too. California Grill from Allie in Wonderland. Brandy and Dave said Narcoosse's. Oh, these are all so good. Sci-Fi Dine-In is fun too, Rob. That's right. And I mean, I wish it was outdoors because I bet you we could all actually eat at the Sci-Fi Dine-In now.
I think honestly, all my favorite dining experiences are at the resorts.
Oh, really? I love. You know what? I couldn't pick just one, and that's probably why we have the Disney Visa card and Tables in Wonderland. I love them all. And I see, Monsieur Paul's amazing. That's where we did one of our kind of get-togethers with Jenna and Dale for a celebration for birthday. That's like one of my go-tos for a celebration. Oh, you're from England, Barbara. Oh, New England. New England, sorry. Barbara, you're very, very worldly. You know your food. I know so many amazing choices. And I see Rhonda said that her kids love Narcoosse's as well. So that's another thing. I know a lot of us in the chat, some have families. And I would love I see Tina's still in the chat too. You have a family. What's a great restaurant for kids that are also adults will enjoy? Is Tina still in? Yes, Tina. Can you come in? Hey, Tina, there you go. I would love to know what, like I said, that's a magical life for me. What would you say is a great restaurant for people who have children?
I mean, there's so many, and they're so great with the children menu. They make it where kids can really enjoy anything. But we talked about Sanaa earlier in the chat. My kids love Sanaa.
That's so cool with the animals walking by the window.
Mm-hmm. There's the butter chicken, and then the bread servers where you can dip all their sauces. So we go there a lot.
Well, also, I'm like a big little kid, as you can tell. And so I like being stimulated. So Sanaa is really cool because the animals go by and you're like, and Jico, right? That's the other one there. You don't see animals though. Ooh, Coral Reef. I love that. Who remembers, was it Full House?
It was Full House, yeah.
He proposes. Yeah, I love every time we go to Coral Reef, I make Chris recreate it and somebody takes it.
I think 1900 Park Fair is great too.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Especially for breakfast.
I would say that's my favorite breakfast restaurant in general. Like it's even really great. For kids. It's absolutely amazing. Again, it's almost like 5-star breakfast at the Grand Floridian. I see other people. Jenna loves Sanaa. Jenna, I don't even know if you've been to Jico. Have you been to Jico? No, I don't even. We'll have to do Jico. Tailor Made sounds like Hollywood Stews might be your favorite park, says Walt Office. I love you guys all connecting. Yes, like I said, this is a community, not just a YouTube channel, not just an apparel company, not just a, once and done. We love having you guys interact, get to know each other, follow each other like Tina and Nikki here, as well as our other friends who came into the show, Equity Ben and more. There's so much, there's so much to talk about when it comes to food. We could probably go all night, guys. All right, before we wrap it up, do you have if you could only pick one food from Disney to have on your stranded quarantine island, what would it be?
That's a hard one.
I know.
Can I pick the whole buffet at Boma?
I was going to say that too. But
that's a good one.
Because I love the bread pudding. So I would have brunch Boma.
I love bread pudding.
Boma's brunch is incredible. Okay. It's one of the best brunches on property.
I learned how to make the bread pudding, guys. Here's a trick. Everybody wants to learn how to make Disney bread pudding. Chris and I learned this during quarantine. So what you do is you get, French toast, like the bread, how you would, but soak it overnight in the eggs. So basically make like you're making a French toast casserole. So you put the bread and the eggs, you put the sugar in there, and you let it sit overnight in the egg so it really moistens up. And then you go and you cook it basically in the oven like a casserole, and you can almost basically recreate the bread pudding that way. It's lower calorie, it's lower sugar. It's a little less tasty, yes, but nonetheless, it's the closest you're going to get to Disney by making it at home easily for somebody like me who doesn't know how to cook at all.
Mhm.
I'm definitely the any schmuck can cook attempt, not the anyone can cook. But yeah, I love it. No, perfect bread pudding. I see from Walt's office, the pot stickers from Ohana says Sarah Papa. Yeah, everybody,
So
let us know what if you had one Disney food you could take on your deserted quarantine island. That's right, one food. What would you take? Yeah, you can definitely pick a cruise line, Doug.
Oh my gosh, yes. Palo Ranch is the best.
I see Jet Set and Mickey says pineapple bread from Ohana. We've yet to try.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, I gotta get that.
Ohana is great.
Chicken Guy. Chris and I have yet to be at Chicken Guy. I hear it's really good. The line's always too long. It's like trying to do.
It goes so fast, though.
Does it? Okay, because it feels like the line for Frozen or the Rise of the Resistance, but at Disney Springs. I see Classy Disney Mom says chocolate croissants. Fun fact, every morning my husband brings me a chocolate croissant from a French cafe over here. So I have to say, Classy Disney Mom, that's a little thing that my husband brings me. And I'm going to pick that and be with you too on that.
So sweet.
Awful, says Jenna. I love that. That sounds amazing. Bacon mac and cheese bread cone. I've never had that, Taylor. That sounds
that might have to be my next episode.
That sounds amazing.
And I do teach you guys step by step how to make everything that's on my IGTV and Instagram story highlights.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I can't wait to watch more next week. Or even you said your fail that you had with the latest attempt for Nikki Cook. Now, Tina, is your answer also the Boma buffet as the one thing you could take with you?
Yep.
Okay. I might say the Cheshire Cat Tail from Magic Kingdom. It's light. It is a chocolate croissant basically, but with some icing, and I love icing. Anybody knows me, I just eat cake icing like that. Don't let me at a Disney buffet. I'm the weird girl that takes the cupcakes and eats the top. And everybody's like, "Oh, do you have a child here with you that did this?" No, it was me.
I love it.
Well, you guys are amazing. Let's see who else. Walt's office says the grilled 3 cheese from Woody's Lunchbox. I've never had that. Have you guys?
Mm-hmm. And their Pop-Tarts really good too. They have different Pop-Tarts.
I've never had that.
I haven't had the Pop-Tarts.
Ooh. Now you guys have so many good answers. Thank you guys so much for coming and being a part of this. Like I said, every Monday night, we bring not just the Disney characters, but our friends like Tina and Nikki to talk about the theme of that week. And how fun was it to talk about food, guys? I know now I'm hungry. After this, I'm going to be going and doing cooking, and I'm going to be the reason you had late night food. I apologize, but I'm also glad. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
So fun. Thank you.
I can't really hear. Chris, you can talk. That's okay. Tell me what's up. Chris is like, I want to know more food recipes. Chris is like, don't end this episode. I don't want to end this. That's just my cue then. We'll cook, Chris, after this is done. Don't worry.
You guys can make something from my IGTV.
There you go. Exactly. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to tell our Lake Winter visitors that are still in the chat a little bit about next week where we have Maleficent. I'm so excited about Maleficent. You guys don't want to miss it. She's coming live to us from Disneyland. How cool is that? I know. So it's going to be a villainous game, but also we're going to discuss about Disneyland opening because some people are on the fence if Disneyland should open. There's even a petition going on right now for Disneyland not to open. What are your thoughts, guys? Can they hear me? Okay. What are your thoughts on Disneyland?
Oh, you're asking me. I think people are ready to get back to work, and that's my main thought. Is that I know a lot of people are struggling really a lot right now in this time. And those of us that are privileged to be able to work from home, that's awesome. But my heart goes out to the people that are struggling to make ends meet right now because they really need their Disney jobs.
And speaking of that, we started a PayPal for Lake Buena visitors to pay the characters that come on our show, because right now they're furloughed as well. So we've been actually helping feed the characters in some cases, like Crush, or helping Cinderella get her cleaning supplies, because a lot of them, like you said, are not working the way that they used to. And unfortunately, the character interactions will never be, at least this year, the same as they were in the past. So we're really happy at Lake Buena Visitors to help support our characters that come on the show. And so please, if you loved, Gusteau or Crush or Cinderella or any of our characters, send, you can send a tip and a message for the character, and I'll connect you guys. But that's one of the things we're trying to help, because Nikki's right. There's so many people, cast members we love, characters we love, a lot of people that are part of the Disney family that things are going to be different. And we're happy to be a part of, bringing the magic in some way, whatever we can, and helping people get back to work in whatever way is new in this pandemic era. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this as well, and bringing, again, some magic through not just food, Disney food, but as well as, through community here. You guys are amazing. And Chris, I'm going to tell the rest of the group about everything. Oh, yeah. So anyways, I guess, you know what? You guys are going to stay with me while I sign people off. You guys ready to stay with me? Okay. So we have Maleficent next week, but the week after we have Mickey Mouse. Yay! I know. How exciting. Mickey Mouse. Woo! I know. I'm really excited. Sorry, Remy. I mean, Mickey's amazing. We love you too. You did a great job today, Remy. But Mickey Mouse will join us. Like I said, we started this show to bring magic into people's homes. It was modeled after Sesame Street doing their CNN news event during this pandemic era. And of course, with everything going on in the world, that they managed to bring hope and also a way to educate while entertaining. And so Mickey, I guess, heard we're trying to do the same. And he's coming on our show. It's really cool. I'm really excited. And thank you guys for making this so magical. Again, we have amazing friends like the people you've seen, and our moderators, Brandy and Dave, Anna, Magical News helped out too today. We have amazing community that helps make this show happen. There's a lot that goes into it. Hours and hours of finding the people, as Nikki can tell you as well, and Tina, even just sending them messages and connecting in their photos. You guys are amazing, taking up the time to, again, bring the magic to everybody. We can't thank you and our guests enough. And extra thank you to the chat. If you liked what you saw, make sure to hit the like button, comment, let us know. Any comments to the characters as well. Or Nikki and Tina, will you guys answer some of the messages if anybody comments that wants to talk to you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and you guys can find me on Instagram at It's Darling Nikki.
So make sure our moderators already linked them, and you can connect with them that way as well. So please make sure to hit us up, hit the notifications button so you never miss a Disney celebrity like Mickey, or amazing friends like the ones we have here today, coming and talking all things Disney and Disney fun, Disney magic, and Disney news. As Mickey would say, and how I end every episode from here in Mickey's backyard, or today I guess Paris, I always say, see you real soon. Will you guys help me say see you real soon, Tina and Nikki?
See you real soon.
See you real soon.
Bye. Bye.